Hey, this is Zacklog the Great. So, in my last video, I talked about the World Economic Forum's vision statement that you will own nothing, and you will be happy, and how, for the moment at least, they are winning on that front. Today, I want to talk about why that matters more than you might think. After all, some people might say that being concerned with ownership is worldly and materialistic, and they're not all wrong. But they're not all right either. First, we have to talk about what a human being is. At one level, we are our bodies. That is not all we are, but it is a part of what we are. And any worldview that says we are some kind of spirit only tangentially connected to our bodies quickly leads to madness and horror. So yes, we are our bodies, but we are not merely our bodies. Among other things, we are also a story that we tell ourselves. Your memories, your identity, are a set of stories you tell yourself about who you are and how you got here. This includes stories about your parents and your people as a whole. What does this have to do with ownership? Because physical possessions are a way of externalizing memory and identity. In computer terms, you could think of them as an external backup drive. What do I mean by this? Well, the most obvious example would be a family photo album. You look through it and you see who all of you are and were, and how you grew and changed. It makes you recall things you'd long forgotten about. And a physical photo album is something that lives in your home, that cannot be easily taken from you, like images stored on an always online device could be, or worse yet, the cloud. But it extends much further than this. I have t-shirts from local bands I saw when I was in college. Without those shirts and their physical albums, I'd probably have forgotten many of them by now. Or take books, for example. I have a personal library of over 1,000 that I've read, and many more I haven't read yet. Let's imagine there was a perfect public library which had all of these that I could borrow to read at any time. Well, I'd lose nothing, right? But I would lose something. Any notes I'd make in the margins, any scraps of paper with reminders to myself that I left in there without really meaning to, even minor stains from a spill might bring back a memory of that day. And all of these are a part of my story that would simply be gone if all I had was this public library. For that matter, public libraries are run by people, and those people have goals and agendas of their own, and these days they are not particularly friendly towards people like me, nor likely to collect certain books I'd find interesting. Why do people wear wedding rings? Why do Christians often wear crosses? As a symbol to others, yes, but also to remind ourselves who we are. Why does your own home matter more to you than a hotel room? Because after a long enough time, it is a physical reflection of who you are, and it carries years of memories. Every little gift from another person, even the stupid coffee mug that immediately gets stuck in the back of a cupboard, is a link to that person, a reminder of them and the community you two are a part of. I could give 1,000 more examples, but I think you get the point. And if they take all of this away, if you genuinely do own nothing, what happens to you? Your identity, the story you tell yourself about who you are, it fades. It becomes vague and indistinct. And it becomes that much easier to turn you into a manipulable drone. An atomized individual with no connections, no community, and nothing to fight for. Ownership, material possessions, are not everything. But they are not empty and meaningless either. And allowing ourselves to be reduced to slaves who own nothing and yet are somehow happy would be a terrible fate. God be with you.